Hey Daryl, finally got these navigation light sets finished for you for the 5.5 meter sailplanes. To show you what we got here, I thought I'd make a little video here for you just to kind of go over everything so you can have an idea of what's coming. This is your main circuit board. This, of course, will mount inside the plane anywhere that's convenient. You got one cable here that will go to your receiver. Now I've got it connected right now to one of my servo testers so that I can provide the signal to turn the lights on and off. And you'll notice here it's missing the red wire. That's normal. That's because we are powering this set externally from a 2-cell 7.4 volt 1800 milliamp LiPo, which will also be included. One other thing here, the battery's got a Dean's connector, so I'm including you a couple of little adapter wires that go from the Dean's to the regular servo type connection that is coming off of the board. This is just some of the parts I'm going to send with it. I'll send you enough of these little 8mm LED holders that you can install if you want to use them. It's completely optional, but I'll send you enough for each one of your LEDs. I thought I'd also send you a couple of pairs of these 2-pin JST connectors with each set so that you can install them on the wingtip LEDs if you need to in order to be able to disconnect the wing. Now here, these are your lights. The yellow cord there are your 2 simulated rotating beacons for the vertical stab. The greenish wires there are your wingtip, right wingtip. Red ones are your left wingtip. And you'll see that I've wired these in series, and you can get about 5 inches of separation on these. But I anticipated that what you're going to be doing, since those wings are so thin, is that you're going to be mounting these in the top and the bottom of the wing, sort of like that at some point, maybe even closer than that. So that's the reason that I've wired them the way I have. And as we discussed, this will greatly reduce the current. It only takes as much current to run both of these as it would normally take to run just one of them. And you'll save 10 feet of wire here and 10 feet of wire here by having them wired in series. These are your landing lights. Now each of them has an 8-foot cord on it. I wasn't exactly sure where you're going to be placing them, so I didn't wire them in the same way as I did these, because I figured these would probably be going on each wing, maybe several inches or even a few feet from the fuselage. I didn't know exactly where you wanted them, but you should have plenty of wire. If you've got too much wire anywhere and you want to clip it and reduce it and splice it back together, feel free to do that. It won't hurt anything. The circuit is very forgiving. It's not critical at all. Okay, and we've got 3 modes. I'm going to advance the servo tester here to show you the 3 modes. Right now, this is mode 1, where everything is off. We'll advance it to mode 1, and you'll see that you got your simulated rotating beacon, you got your wingtips, and then we'll advance it to mode 2, or mode 3, and, whoop, wait a minute, I went too far. Advance it to mode 3, and that's your landing lights. So you got mode 3, you've got everything on. In mode 2, you have just your wingtip and simulated beacon, and in mode 1, everything is off. So that's mode 1, mode 2, and mode 3. So I'll upload this to YouTube for you. By the way, you've got 10 feet of wire on each of these, and you've got 8 feet of wire on each of the 2 white LEDs. So if my calculations are correct on a 5.5 meter sailplane, that's about 18-foot wingspan. So 10 feet of wire going each way should get you where you need to be. So I'll upload this to YouTube and send you the link, and then we'll go from there. Thanks, Daryl.